Hello, everyone. This is Super Health Podcast.
PNI Living.
I am Dr. Samuel Santok.
And I'm Amanda Banayot. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about how the practice of medicinal yoga can help improve your health.
But first, where can you find us, Amanda?
You can find us on different social platforms like Instagram at yuma.yogamedicinal, at Dr. Samuel Santok, at UIM Medicinal Yoga. And if you would like to send us an email with any suggestions on our podcast or to book a consultation or yoga classes, you can reach us at our email at info@yogamedicinal.com. And we also have the WhatsApp phone number on the screen if you'd like to reach us through there. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and press on the bell icon so that you can receive notifications on our new podcast episodes.
Okay, great. And let's start. How the medicinal yoga can benefit your health. Well, and I think that in the people mind is like in the unconscious mind of the people is like the people know that the yoga is good for your health in
Yes.
general.
Yes.
But and actually, when the people go to the medical doctor, and the person have a stress, he actually recommends for the person to do yoga.
Yes.
But one of the things that happening with the medical doctors that doesn't know anything about yoga.
Yeah, I know. It happens also a lot that people tell me, I can't do yoga. No, I can't do yoga. So today we're going to talk about all of those questions.
Yes, we want to talk about the numerous benefits for physical, mental, and emotional well-being that
Yes.
you can increase with the practice of regular yoga for your in
Yes.
your life.
Okay.
So I think that the first benefit that we can talk about is how the practice of medicinal yoga improves the connection between your mind and your body.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
can you talk about a little of that?
Okay. Well, I think it's for me what yoga is like a moving meditation, right? So sometimes people think that meditating is just sitting down. I think that medicinal yoga is a moving meditation. So you are doing different postures, you are regulating your breath, you're doing different breath work, doing different breath work exercises, and connecting your train of thoughts with the postures of with the movement of your body, and in a way like losing that mental chatter
Yeah.
and coming back to your center and just concentrating on how your body moves and how your body feels and how you're breathing.
Yes, one thing that is important that encourage self-awareness, self-acceptance, and
Yes.
a deeper understanding of how do you work. Because
How you work.
one of the things that happen with medicinal yoga that we base all the practice we put all the practice in the eye of the psychoneuroimmunology.
Okay.
So it's a practice with a meaning of the connection of all your systems, the psychology system, the neurology system, and the immune system. So
Okay.
that is very important, and that is going to give you improving your self awareness in order to accept the things that the people don't want to see
Yes.
are running for.
Yeah.
And that's very
Exactly.
important.
Yes,
Okay.
it helps you also like tap into your emotions, which is something that our society is not very used to.
Yeah. Yeah. And talking about like a more physiological benefit, one of the things that is obvious, and I said it in the first place, is the stress reduction that
Yes.
causes the practice of yoga. And can you explain a little bit more about this physiology in the stress and the impact of yoga,
Well,
Amanda?
yes. Stress is something that we are subject to in our day-to-day lives. When we wake up in the morning, we're thinking about we have to get to work, we have to prepare our lunches or anything that could be happening, or you're going to miss the bus, or you have to go quick outside your car. So I think yoga is the best way to actually sit down, breathe consciously, and realize that there's no lion out there, and that your stress hormones, or like your stress axis, has a place where it can relax and, you know, unwind from that explosion of hormones during that stress axis.
Yes, one of the things that happening with the chronic stress is that you have like an overload of adrenaline, noradrenaline, and cortisol. That is
Yes.
very physiological, and those hormones is going to affect your body. It's going to affect your gut. It's going to affect your liver. It's going to affect your heart. It's going to affect your brain because you are going to have anxious, and you can also get depressed for all those actions. One of the parts of the nervous system that activates in that chronic stress is the sympathetic system. And one
Okay.
of the things that happen when we practice this conscious yoga that connects everything, connects the posture, the breathing, the meditation, the chanting. So when we do these overall things that we do in the medicinal yoga practice, we can activate in a powerful way the parasympathetic system. That is a contra posture of the sympathetic system that activates chronic stress, and it's going to evoke a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine, and this is going to calm down all your system. And this neurotransmitter is very important for the immune system, for the health of the immune system, in order to don't provoke chronic inflammation. So this is very important. It's not only the benefits for the reduction of stress, it's also the benefits for the immune system, and also this is leading from the mind and the brain a state of calmness and tranquility.
Yes. Exactly.
So so it's great in that way. Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Amazing.
One other benefit that we can talk about is that the practice of medicinal yoga, that all of the breathing techniques, this meditation, this mindfulness awareness of the body, is that you can increase the energy and vitality that you have.
Yeah.
Um,
So, I
how
was
the
going to say
yoga?
that,
Okay.
sorry. I was going to say that some people think that yoga is just not that manly, or it's not very physical, or, like, how would you say, like, it's not that cardio, or
It's
it's
not
not.
it's not so hard like doing like a CrossFit class or like a high intense interval training.
Yeah,
But I say that is not correct. If you do medicinal yoga, you're going to be very movement in your muscle and in
yes,
your body.
yes, totally. Yes, I have had friends who have done classes with me say, "Oh my God, it looks like you're preparing for the Navy SEALs."
Because one of the bases of medicinal yoga is to prepare your body for in order for you to adapt to prepare your body to adapt from to receive
Changing, yeah,
change the yes
changing
different
situation.
different changing well various situations that are going to happen every day. You can control
Yes,
that, so you
exactly.
can be resilient when those things happening because you have a strength and energy body with the
Energetic body.
practice.
Yes,
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 yes, yes. And the yeti body. One of the things that is happening with all the practice connected is the beneficial of the physical movement. It's going to increase the level of energy because one of the things that happen in the physiology of the yoga is that you control better the levels of oxygen and that are going to be inside your body. Those
yeah,
oxygen is going to go to your cells. If the parasympathetic system is working, the cell is going to be absorbed to your body, and and the mitochondria are going to use it to produce ATP. That is
Yes.
actually
And
molecular energy.
energy. Exactly. Yes. And we spoke about that in another episode, how the mitochondria needs oxygen. It's to in order to create energy.
Yes, and it's very important because one of the benefits that we can do with yoga and this activation of the parasympathetic system is that the gut is going to be healthy because it's going to work well,
Yes.
and this
And so that's
working.
another benefit, right?
Yeah, 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 yes, yes.
Another benefit that we can talk about is how it helps your digestion. Just with like the different movements, it helps you digest properly.
Yes, yeah, yes, because in order for the gut and the intestinal system work better, the parasympathetic system is crucial.
Exactly.
So that serotonin, acetylcholine, and all those hormones that is going to evoke the relaxation of your body is going to go well in order for your gut absorb the nutrients that
Exactly.
are the things that need your mitochondria to produce those ATP molecules. So it's like all is connected. This is the vision of
Yes.
the psychoneuroimmunology yoga that we propose in medicinal yoga. That is,
Yes.
that they are not the body is not separate. You can connect everything, and you can have a lot of benefits with this.
Exactly.
Another check of improvement is improve your digestions. Okay.
Yes.
And one
Yeah.
benefit that is very obvious and you can see in the TV and it's like becoming like a joke for the normal people that you get flexibility, a more flexible body. You
Yeah.
get
More
flexibility.
flexible body.
Yes, you get
Yes.
more flexible body.
I wanted to say that one thing that I really like about the medicinal yoga vision is a flexible mind means a flexible body, or a flexible body gives way to a flexible mind also.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Because we when we practice yoga, we don't use like random exercises. You do
Yes.
exercises called asanas. And asanas mean is a word come from Sanskrit and is a posture and a specific posture. And
Yes.
that specific posture is going to improve your flexibility. It's going to by stretching muscles, tendons, and ligaments, and
Yes.
it's going to also build strength because we do like a lot of postures and poses combined
Yes.
with the breathing. Now,
Yes.
it's not like going to be like and like zen and close my eyes. I'm going to be like 1 hour in one posture. No, we how Amanda explained it in the beginning. We do a lot of movement, we do a lot of breathing, we do a lot of postures, all combined, and also we're going to say, close your eyes and chant a mantra.
Yes. Sometimes this part is the hardest for some people, to chant a mantra,
Yes,
because they're like trying to get past their ego, like, no, I'm not going to sing that.
and also the egos, also their belief.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
also like a block because I say, oh, why I'm chanting that? I don't understand what you're saying, but I think that it's very important for our audience that is listening to us in this episode to explain what is a mantra. What is a mantra? For example, we use a mantra, a very common mantra in the yoga classes called Sat Nam, for
Yes.
example. But what is a mantra? How we can give a easy concept of mantra for the people who doesn't practice yoga,
People who don't practice yoga would, well,
don't practice.
yes. A mantra is a way to bring your attention to the sound and like connect your brain to the sounds. And I'm not sure exactly what the Sanskrit meaning for
Yes,
mantra is.
man come from the Sanskrit is mind.
Yes.
Tran is the current of sound.
Okay.
And
So
when
like
you
the
connect those
mind.
words, is the current of sound that is going to lower the volume of your mind.
Exactly.
It's not going to turn it off. One of the things that the people think that when you're meditating, that it's like your mind is going to shut off.
Yeah.
And that is not going to happen. If that
Ever.
happens, you're having a stroke, actually.
Exactly. And
If
we
your
don't
mind is
want
shutting
that.
down, well, we don't want that. That
No.
is all this happening is chronic inflammation and insulin resistance, and that is not good at all.
Yes.
But when you are meditating, you are observing your mind.
Exactly. You're being
Uh,
your mental, your observer.
you are the
Yes.
observer, and that's very important. The powerful tool that the mantra give to us is opportunity for your mind to set up and put in order, and you can see
Happening.
your thoughts,
Yeah.
and that is very important. Okay,
Yes.
but
It's
it is
very
hard when you are moving, breathing, and chanting. It's like, wow, it's so powerful,
yeah.
all those things together.
But it's like
So
anything, like playing an instrument, for example, that you have to keep the rhythm, you have to like move your fingers in a certain way, and you have to sing. It's also like a way of meditating, you know?
yes, because I believe and I think, and it has been studied that the yoga is the tool that is going to connect your body as an instrument. It's going to tune in your body as
Tune.
a musical instrument. It's
Yes.
the same. It's
Yeah.
the thing. I like that analogy. It's great. It's like so it's wonderful that
Yeah.
how you having stretching your muscle, you are improving your lungs capacity, and you are reducing your stress. You are going to have more energy and more vitality, and
Yes.
you can see all the connections that we talk about of doing a more integrative practice of yoga. Because
Yes.
one of the things that happen with a lot another practice of yoga is that they separate the practice. Oh, we only do postures,
Exactly.
but we don't chant. We are like this.
Or we don't do breath work.
Well, we don't do breath. We only do breathing.
Yes.
We only do chanting. We only sit and move and don't move and don't think. And
Yes.
you say, but this is really helping the people that doesn't know how to do all these things in a separate way.
Yeah.
And this is very important because in today's society we are having a lot of stimulation in our brain, and in order to put that in order with that stimulation coming from social media, for TV, for cinema, for mobiles, for cell phones, it is very
Yes.
important to have a practice that equal that impact of the negative.
Yeah. That grounds you.
Yes,
That grounds you. Yes.
that's another benefit of medicinal yoga.
Yes. Grounding yourself.
Yes, in order to put order in your life.
Further. Yes.
Um, for more specific, I want to talk like a more specific benefit of yoga that is like a result of all this that we are talking before, is that you are going to improve your sleep.
Okay.
And this is very important in public health, because you know that in North America, in Canada and US, there is a lot of problem of insomnia.
Yes, there is.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. But it can also be related to the use of blue screens.
Yes, yes. The
Yeah.
stimulation, the overstimulated of the society. Uh,
Yes.
uh, um, One thing that has been a study of benefits of yoga is that it's going to bring balance in your brain. It's going to balance the levels of serotonin and dopamine, and those balance is at night is going to bring the production of in the pineal gland of melatonin. So those benefits are very important because melatonin is going to improve the work of your gut, is going to improve the work of the parasympathetic system, is going to improve the work of the immune system, and it also is going to renew your brain because
Yes, the
that,
cells.
yes,
Yeah.
the cells of your brain. Because it's very shocking for me because I have been studying a lot about regenerative
Generative,
medicine. It's a word
regenerative.
that regenerative medicine. One of the things that we have been studying a lot is the benefit of the melatonin to our cells and to our body to in order to regenerate and to improve our mesenchymal stem cells or neurological stem cells. So it's a very powerful tool. So
Yes.
the best way to have more melatonin in your body is to sleep.
Yes. Or to sleep and not be exposed to stimulating things before you sleep, like a couple of hours before you sleep. And yeah, so and one thing that you guys recommended was wearing these blue light filtered glasses,
Yes,
like
blue light filter gases that are very important because one of the things that happen when you have a mobile, a cell phone, or another
computer, laptop,
gadget, TV, computer,
TV.
laptop, those things are going to project a blue light.
Yeah.
The blue light has been documented that it's going to harm your body. It's going to destroy your pineal gland. It's going to decrease the levels of melatonin.
Yes.
Um, one of the results, one of the things that is resulting for that is damage in our mitochondria.
Okay.
That is a very, very, very powerful effect of the blue light, a negative effect of the blue light. It's going to destroy our mitochondria. So if our mitochondria are sad and are not healthy, you're not going to have energy.
No.
So and also energy, you're going to have chronic inflammation. Your immune system is not going to work efficient, and your brain is not going to think clearly, and you're going to be stressed, depressed, and anxious.
The
It sounds
Powerpuff
like
Girls. The
yes.
Powerpuff Girls.
the, the Powerpuff Girl of catastrophe and
Yes,
disaster, no?
exactly. Yes.
To connecting all these benefits, also is you can connect all the things that we are saying. Another benefit that you're going to have with the practice of medicinal yoga is that you're going to enhance focus and you're going to have mental clarity
Yeah.
because you're going to meditate. And what the meditation do for you, Amanda? When you meditate every day, what the meditation do for you?
It helps me connect with myself again and realize that I am part of something bigger than myself.
That is very important because there is a disconnection of that in today world.
Yeah. So people tend to feel alone and helpless, and it helps you like gain power again of your own life. And having, like, for me, medicinal yoga helps me to have a tool in order to regulate my different emotions or the things that I go through in a day, and to see a purpose, to find and recenter myself again with what my purpose is day to day.
Yes, and that is very important because one of the things will happen with this mental clarity is that you are going to know what to do, and you're going to do what is the next decision that you're going to do with your life, with your health. For example, if we teach to our students that to meditate and to do yoga is like brushing your teeth or having a shower
Yes.
because if you don't meditate and do a practice that clears your mind, your attitude and your decisions are going to be poor and bad.
Yeah. Because you have mental clutter and mental dirt. Imagine
Yes.
not washing your teeth or brushing your teeth for, I don't know, when was the last time you meditated? So imagine that being the last time you brushed your teeth.
and
It
what
would be very filthy, right?
and to be more yes, 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 and for the people that like the science, one of the things that has been studied that the regular practice that you do every day of yoga, like you do breathing also,
Yeah.
or brushing your teeth, is going to enhance cognitive function and memory, because it has been studied that it's going to increase another neurotransmitter called GABA, that is very important for one part of our brain that is called a hippocampus. Okay,
Yes.
and that's part
Which is
of yes,
in charge of like stress regulation and like calming your system.
yes, and not entonces, we can like connecting the things. Not we are not only increasing the level of acetylcholine, we are also increasing the production of our brain of a very powerful neurotransmitter called GABA. Okay,
Okay.
that is going to enhance your memory, and the GABA is the main neurotransmitter that is going to prevent dementia and neurodegenerative pathologies.
Yes.
Okay, that is very important to connect all this in order to have a balance in all
Yeah.
in our brain with the dopamine and the serotonin. One
Yes.
of another benefit that is very obvious that is happening in the relaxation in the end of the practice when
Yes.
we fall down in savasana. It's called the
Corpse
posture.
pose.
Corpse
Corpse
pose,
pose.
corpse
Yes.
pose. I don't like that word. Corpse pose, corpse pose. Like you lie down there like if you were dead. So,
Yes.
but one of the things that happen in that moment, a specific moment, and that is very important, is that the endorphins is going to evoke in your body in that specific
Okay.
moment, because all the connection of all the neurotransmitters is going to connect the dopamine well, it's going to connect the serotonin well, it's going to connect the GABA well, and all the endorphins start to appear, and you're feeling
Okay.
like
Bliss.
but that happened after a very good work. You're going
Yes.
to move, you're going to sweat, you're going to breathe, you're going to hate a lot of the practice in some points.
Yes. You're
Because
going to how would you say, like, surpass or get past your ego. You're
yes,
the voice in your head that tells you, why are you doing this? Put your hands down. Stop breathing like this. It's hurting. But
yeah,
once you
yeah.
get past that, it's very rewarding. No?
Yes, the benefit of improving the reward systems, the rewarding
Yeah.
system, the constants of that. I like when uh, I like that the people that hear us and watching us in YouTube to see like the endorphins are like the feel good hormones.
Yes.
So one of the things that happening when all your brain is connecting for a continuous practice of this, that you are not going to need anything artificial from outside, and so there
Okay.
is it has been proved that this practice reduce the use of drugs. That is
Yes.
another health problem in our society and in the world,
Yes.
in all the places.
I remember I had a friend who used to say, Amanda, I love the feeling that I have after finishing a yoga class, because she just felt like she was on a cloud and she wanted to stay like that all day.
Yeah, and it's very good.
And
One of the things that the people always ask us is, do I need previous practice of the yoga technique to in order to do medicinal yoga? What do you say to those people who ask those questions to us?
I say that they don't, that it's not about the posture, it's just your will to actually be there and to do that. Because I mean, it takes a lot of to make a change, you first have to want to do it. So just by wanting and just by showing up for yourself is good enough. And whenever, I also tell them that whenever they feel like the practice is too hard or that they can't hold the posture, that they can just imagine that they're doing it, and it's as if it's as powerful as if they were.
Yes, because
And
that is the power of the mind. Where if you think, if you focus all your senses, and in one point, it, even if you can do the posture, but if you imagine in your brain, actually, when you continue like practicing this focus, this mindfulness experience, is
yeah,
going to unblock your body in order to do it, not
yeah,
only seeing your brain. This is very
yes,
important in the practice and in the continued practice of this. Um,
yes. There's
um,
the other day I was reading like a similar like of how, for example, circus people who work at the circus, I don't know,
yeah,
I like the contortionists or the acrobats, that's the reason why they can do all the things that they can do is because they imagine themselves doing it.
yes,
Us, we think, oh my god, no, I can't do that, I would kill myself. So if you do it, you would kill yourself.
yes, of course, because
Exactly.
where your mind, where your mind, if your mind is looking at that, is that thing is going to happen at the end, and
Yes,
that's the
exactly.
power of the focus in the mind. So
Yes.
we already talk about all these connections that is happening in your body, all these benefits, and one of the things that happen because we use this in the clinical practice, the practice of medicinal yoga in clinical practice, and one of the things that we recommend with the nutrition and with the automolecular medicine and with the supplementation is to do a regular yoga practice focused in the problem. So we have practice to improve the immune system, we have practice to improve the nervous system, we have practice to enhance the endocrinology system. So it's like we have like
Everything you could imagine.
a big chart of
Yes.
options to every
Everything you
patient.
could imagine.
Yes,
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 exactly.
yes, yes,
Right
yes.
now, I am working with one for creativity.
Oh yes, yes, yes. It's very
Yes.
important that because I'm working today. So in this day, I'm doing practice for the lumps. Okay,
For the lungs?
for the lumps. Yes, yeah, yes.
Yeah,
I
okay.
only where is a sprint. I like to do the practice because in the sprints the environment change a lot. There are a lot of immunological antigens, and
Okay.
it is better for your body in order for the immune system work better and don't confuse with the antigens to
Okay.
work a lot with your lungs and your breathing
Okay.
for to excrete easily toxins,
Secrete. Yeah.
antigen
Okay.
secret,
Secrete.
okay,
Okay. Yeah.
secret toxins, and
Okay.
I'm doing like that, and I have like a personal practice I have been doing for almost 1 year.
Okay.
In June 21st, I'm going to have like my birthday of this practice, and
Okay.
I has been doing like 108 soul salutations every day.
Really?
So yes,
Oh
so
my gosh. I did 108 sun salutations for the
that's
spring
that's
equinox.
that's the and we do all the practice in the solstice celebration, the summer solstice celebration. So
Okay.
since that day, I start every day the last year doing
Okay.
108 soul salutations every day.
Okay. And how long does it take you to do that?
At the moment, it takes me 20 minutes.
Really?
Yes, yes, yes,
You're
yes.
like super fast.
Yes. At the
Yes.
beginning, it wasn't so easy, but I have seen the benefits of this practice in me, and
Okay.
in when I having this practice, um, and I'm doing like different practice depending of the what I'm feeling and how I
Okay.
am and how the environment is. So,
Okay.
but this is like my main practice, and
Okay.
all the other practice is like surrounding this beat
Yeah.
practice
Revolver.
also because one of the things that happening that I tend to regulate better because I sweat a lot. That's the first things I do in the morning. So
Yes.
my body heat up very fast with those.
Yes.
With yes, it's very fast.
Yeah.
Um, uh, um, but I want that for the people to say that this that I'm doing today is not happening one day to another.
Yeah. It doesn't happen.
I have been practicing yoga since I was thir- um, 13, thir-
Yes. To use it.
thir-
Okay. So
13
that's a
years
question.
old. I have like a lot of practice in yoga. I have been practicing yoga for almost all my life, actually,
Yes. But
like 20, twenty
can
six
you tell
years.
us why? How did you start practicing yoga?
Yes, I started practicing yoga because I was suffering from asthma.
Asthma. Yeah.
So yes, and when I was 7 years old, I was actually I I have a lot of medication. I have a lot of anti-inflammatory. I have a lot of inhalators, and every year that passed, I took more medicines, more medicine, more medicine, more medicines. My mom saw like la, that that scenario is like crazy. I
Okay.
am like a kid with 11, 12 years old taking a lot of medicines. She saw in a magazine called Hola in Spanish.
Okay.
Uh,
Hello.
that hello.
I think there's an English version like the
Yes.
hello. Yeah, I don't know. I think so. I'm not sure. So
There
in
are a lot of magazines, but in that moment, my mom saw that Madonna practiced yoga, and she explained that it was good for your breath, and she connects. Okay, if my son is having a breath problem with her lung, I think that is going to help to improve his health. So
yeah.
he took me to the yoga center,
Studio.
yoga
Yeah.
studio. I started practicing yoga with a lot of senior people because I was the only kid doing that at that moment.
Yeah. Okay.
And I remember the first posture when I did. Everybody was like 60 or 65 years old, and it was like 12, 30,
Yeah.
years old. And when I say, "Oh, let's do, let's touch our toes without, with or less
Bending
without bending
knees.
or knees." So
Yeah.
I say like this. I was like staying in a
You
very
couldn't do
awkward
it.
position. I couldn't do
Yeah.
it. I think
Yeah.
that my arms were at the knees actually. They didn't touch. It was like, and I saw everyone how they do that.
How are they doing that? Yeah.
How they do that? I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm supposed that I am the youngling.
Yeah, the youngling. The youth. The youth.
Yes,
Yeah.
the youth one. So I
Yeah.
understand in that moment that I wasn't young. I was my body
Uh,
wasn't good and
yeah.
wasn't
Wasn't
healthy.
cool. Yeah.
Wasn't healthy. So it's okay.
That's
Well, I think that this is it for today's episode. I
okay.
hope you like what we're talking about. This is good for if you comment in the episode. Remember to hit the like button and hit the bell if you want to
Yes.
continue listening to us and our podcast.
Yes.
One last thing that you want to comment to our audience, Amanda?
Yes. Well, that it's not about the posture. Yoga is not about the posture. It's about your will and you wanting to change. And remember that it's you first
First,
and
and
then the
then
rest.
the rest.
Yes.
Okay? Bye.
Yes.
See you next week.
See you
Bye,
next
bye,
week.
bye.